Welcome back, beautiful people. So دلوقتي passage number 3, the music passage. I think in the passage ده بيتكلم عن ازاي لازم we have to teach العيال what music is، مش بس النوتس، يدرسوا العملي مش النظري. I think that was the main idea here for the passage. That cool passage only if you understood the passage, right? ايه رأيكم في السؤال ده؟ أسئلة برضو بياخد الوقت. You know, the author begins the paragraph with the sentence, children are some of the best students with regards to understanding musical theory. All right. Which of the following sentences would be a more effective way to introduce the main idea of this paragraph, right? So no change right there. So again, children are taught about music before they've had sufficient experience of it. So it's actually right here in the second idea. All right. All sorts of subterfuges are resorted to in an attempt to teach them what they are too young to learn and what, in any case, can have no significance whatever except one based on a long process of actual experience. I mean, not too hard here, right? Children need to experience music before learning music, right? So he's paired with Yusuf. So Yusuf Ali, you know, let's check out answers that way. So I gave it to A, you know, there's some of the best students regards musical theory. I mean, I don't see a connection. Answer B, children have natural curiosity, enthusiasm for learning about music, which makes them 2 o'clock ID, which makes them ideal candidates for musical education. But again, بنتكلم عن experience مع music. Children are exposed to music from an early age, which gives them an advantage in developing the musical skills and abilities. بس الراجل بيقول ده المشكلة. عايزينهم experience music الأول قبل ما يفهموا أو you know before they're taught about music. Children are taught music in a way that does not match their level of experience or interest, which leads to a lack of musical understanding and appreciation, right? Answer D, right? عشان بيقولوا هم بيتعلموا عن music بس ما عندهمش خبرة في music, or they don't you know experience the music like they should. And then here, look, if you continue reading على فكرة عشان المين idea احنا قلنا ايه موجودة في topic sentences. This then is a great fallacy. It is impossible to expect children to be musical if they begin with symbols of any kind. Furthermore, in the teaching of the songs without notation, the whole stress can be laid on fundamental things. What are these? First, sense of rhythm. In the development of music rhythm before melody, as melody came before harmony. لازم تعلمهم الأساسيات, you know, the basic things in music before they can learn about music itself. بس احنا بننط على طول and we teach them about music before they can understand what music is. So answer D كان أفضل إجابة مش answer C. Answer C عكس الباسج. Right? Answer C عكس الباسج. Number 24. Okay. Number 24, a doozy of a question. Actually, check out my notes right there. حتى كان لازم أكتب notes for some of these questions. 2 p.m. we'll finish عادي. 2 p.m. أنا اتأخرت نص ساعة عليكم, so we'll finish 2 p.m. Yeah, where are my notes here? Like مش هحاول عليكم طبعا, لازم أكتب notes عشان ما انساش what I'm looking at, right? There. And that's how difficult it is. Okay. Here, look at this. They are taught, for example, to pin, paste, or board notes on a make-believe staff, semicolon. Today, no, we're not just going to solve tests وخلاص. They are told that one note is the father note and another note is the mother note, semicolon. Semicolon parentheses. Semicolon parentheses. But will we take mock number 9? Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. Probably on when do I see you guys again? Oppa, the next time I see you is the session before the test. Semicolon parentheses is incorrect. All right. أشوفكم يوم الثلاث. Yeah, so we'll probably do it on Tuesday then. You know. Exhibit B, for example, they learn to pin pasteboard notes on a make-believe staff and associate them with family members, such as the father note and the mother note, or the chromatics as irascible old maid aunts. Okay. Exhibit B looks correct, right? Exhibit C, عشان semicolon غلط. It's a fragment. You can't have semicolon parentheses. ما ينفعش يجي أي نوع من أنواع punctuation of parentheses. They're taught, for example, to pin paste or notes to make staff, semicolon. They are told that one note is father note, the other note is mother note, semicolon, and they are supposed to imagine the chromatics as restful and old. Okay, they learn, for example, how to identify one note and how to think of the chromatics as restful. Wow, who got this correct? خدوا بالكم السؤال ده ما بيركزش على punctuation as much as بيركز على word choice. I don't know if you noticed this. السؤال ده ما بيركزش على punctuation زي ما انتوا فاكرين او زي معظمكم فاكرين, right? إجابة دي بيغير المينينج, right? Instead of saying learn, they say taught. Right? Look at the different word choice. Right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe I did this to you guys. What else did we say in interview? My other notes also, you know. Okay, wow. Okay. Now look at these words. And answer C, Barduk, and the word choice. Okay, okay. So now with answer B, whoever said answer B, it's incorrect عشان the connotation بيغير. Okay, so the grammar is actually correct here for B, C, و D. خدوا بالكم EST برضه بيعملوا كده. لو انتوا فاكرين في امتحانات EST, they get you answers where the punctuation is correct. But يا إما ترتيب الجملة غلط, يا إما the connotation of the sentence is incorrect. الراجل هنا بيقول لي إيه؟ If المين idea بتاع passage, children cannot be taught music. أو نقول لكم حاجة تانية, they cannot learn about music. They're too young. صح؟ بس إجابة بيورينا a child نفسه هو بيعلم نفسه. They learn. So this indicates active learning. هو اللي بيعمل associations. هو اللي بيتعلم. And the main idea of the passage is a child cannot learn about music. So it's passive, not active. Understand the difference there, right? عشان هنا لما يجي يقول لي, well, they learn to make associations. هم بيعملوا كده من نفسهم. بس المين idea بيقول هم ما عندهمش الاكسبيرينس عشان يعملوا كده. Right? How to identify ازاي يعملوا relationship غير هم identify relationship بنفسهم. Right? So you cannot teach children about music. So I give it B. ليه بتجيب لي questions? I'm sorry. Yeah, أنا عملت 18 tests. I got you guys. 1 second. I'm 18 tests, so I forget sometimes how hard some of these questions are. Okay, so let me break it down to you guys, right? Right, let's break this down to you guys. So the main idea of the passage is children cannot be taught about music. They must experience. صح؟ ممكن نتفق على كده? Can we agree on this? Okay, so let's look at answer B, right? Let's look at answer B. So answer B uses the words such as associate, right? That's the big part. The children associate music, or children make associations. This is opposite to the main idea. عشان المين idea في الباسج الراجل بيقول children ما ينفعش يتعلموا عن music. They cannot learn about music. That means they cannot learn the theory style music. They cannot learn about the note style music. They cannot learn about the chords ومش عارف ايه بتاع music. إجابة دي بقى shows us, okay, a child هو عن نفسه فاهم music. وعشان هو فاهم music يقدر يعمل associations. يقدر يعمل connections. بس the main idea is no, the child اساسا ما يقدرش يعمل كده دلوقتي عشان ما عندوش الخبرة. So answer B is opposite to the main idea. It says that the child makes the connections himself or herself, but the child cannot, since the child does not have experience. Does that make sense? Okay, Mrs. Malik, does that make sense? So B, the word choice نفسها يختلف عن الباسج والفرق right ما بين answer B و answer D is answer D بيقول they learn how to identify. So they learn how to identify. ده غير ده كده بيتعلم الخطوات عشان يعملها. You're still learning لسه بيتعلم. بس إجابة B بيقول they make الاسوسيشنز نفسهم مش لازم يتعلموا. هم فاهمين لدرجة هم ممكن يعملوا الكونكشنز، هم ممكن يعملوا identify notes بنفسهم. So B and D, the connotation between the two are different. The connotation معناها ايه؟ المسج. الكلام انا بستخدمها بيديك فكرة معينة. So you have to be careful there with EST. So yeah, I'm sorry about giving you سؤال زي number 24 بس ما فيش كتير زي ده. Right? So answer D I think was the best answer, right? And answer C, I think there was grammatical problems in answer C, right? Answer C. And they are supposed to imagine the chromatics are irascible as irascible old maid aunts, right? They're not supposed to, they should imagine, right? Here, how to think غير they are supposed to, يعني مفروض بس مش شرط بيحصل. So again, answer C برضه بيقول لك is connotation. When you're stuck between answers, right? مثلا في ال EST exam بيجيب لك سؤال زي ده والpunctuation فوق كل الإجابات صح. Focus on connotation. So احنا ممكن نقرا الجملة، ممكن identify the purpose بتاع الجملة، right? ممكن identify the structure بتاعت الجملة، ممكن identify a clarity بتاع الجملة، right? ونتأكد الإجابات بتاعتنا they're parallel, they use correct verb tenses, they use clear punctuation, and they use precise language. So one more time, when you're on the EST exam عشان في امتحانات في 4 إجابات الpunctuation صح ولكن 4 جمل مختلفة. Make sure you identify the purpose الأول of the information. ليه information ده مكتوبة. Make sure you identify the sentence that is most clear and the sentence that is most precise. Precise يعني language نفسها مظبوطة والlanguage ماشية مع باقي passage. Sorry about a question like this. Wow. If you got this correct, I'm pretty impressed, honestly. All right. Number 25. The author would like to use an analogy to explain the fallacy of teaching children music. Which of the following most effectively gives an example to the topic discussed in the paragraph? So, ايه هو الفالسي؟ يعني ايه fallacy؟ كذب, a problem in logic. It's called a logical fallacy. مشكلة في طريقة التفكير, right? A problem in the way someone thinks. So he's saying هما بيتعلموا عن music قبل ما يفهموا أو قبل ما يبقى عندهم خبرة عن music. Okay? They learn about music before they can experience music. A, one might as well try to satisfy a hungry child with a picture of an apple as to show a child notes before it has dealt with sounds. Right? So إجابة A بيقول لي إيه؟ أنا في طفل جعان بودي صورة تفاح. هل الطفل هيفهم التفاح ده طعمها إزاي أو التكستشر بتاعتها إزاي؟ لا. عشان هو جعان وما شافش تفاح قبل كده وما عندوش الاكسبيرينس اوف ذا ابل. نفس الحاجه يجي يوري طفل الميوزيكال نوتس قبل ما يفهم النوتس دول اساسا هم ايه. Right? So answer A fits that logical fallacy. They show children something they don't understand. They show children something they have not experienced. Right? Answer B. One might as well try to teach a fish to ride a bicycle to show a child notes before it has experienced music. Well, no. عشان this situation مش شبه بعض، ملهاش علاقه بالخبره، عشان السمكه مستحيل يركب عجله كده. بس في اجابه A هو طبيعي ممكن طفل ياكل تفاح. بس انا دلوقتي في طفل جعان، انا بوري له صوره تفاح، هل الصوره ده هيفهمها؟ لا، هو جعان ما عندوش الاكسبيرينس بتاع التفاح نفسها. One might as well teach a dog to climb a tree. اجابه B و C زي بعض. Again, dogs don't climb trees. بس مش it does not match with the problem. I cannot teach a child about music before that child experiences music. One might as well try to build a house with a blueprint as to show a child notes before it has music before it has played music. Well, no برضه, right? عشان this اساسا يبقى عكس الفالسي. الانالوجي بيقول you know what I mean في طفل جعان. اوكي؟ وانا دلوقتي بوريكي صوره تفاح. اوكي. هل ده هيعمل لك حاجه؟ You know what an apple is. You know maybe how it tastes. Right? بس انت جعان مش هعمل لك حاجه، انت لازم تاكل الابل الاول عشان تفهم الابل. Right? وبيقولوا برضو نفس الحاجه. You have to experience music before playing music. زي you have to eat the apple before experiencing the apple itself. ده زي مثلا واحد يحكي لك عن البحر وما شفتش بحر اساسا في حياتك. اوريك صوره بحر او اوريك صوره سمكه. You know. او واحد عايش في الصحراء ووريله صوره grass. هل واحد عايش في الصحراء did he ever experience grass? No. So مش يفهم، مش يستوعبها. Same thing with this situation. It's like a hungry child with a picture of an apple. Will that hungry child understand the apple? No, but right? Hard one. Hard ones برضو عن طريق elimination. برضو عن طريق elimination. All right. Number 26. Rhythmic freedom and accuracy are essential, comma, not only to a child's musical education, comma, but to its physical well-being as well. I mean, redundancy, not only but also, or but to, this means also. We don't need to say as well. Just right, so you guys know, and there, they gave it C, THERE. Tell me, ايه اللي هو ازاي يعني؟ Right? انت قلتي دي not only to a child's musical education but to his physical well-being also. Okay, but we need flexibility, right? We need flexibility. Not only but to can also work. Not only to but to can work. And I got this to one of the EST exams. كان في واحد بيقول not only as well as. فاكرين السؤال ده؟ اعتقد كان في March test او May test. مش فاكر انهي واحد منهم. Right? So we need some flexibility. Right? عشان that's not how you write it. عشان it's parallel. Right? Exhibit D. Let me check out my notes right here because there's an actual grammar rule behind answer D. What number was this? Number 26. I didn't even write the notes down. Rest in peace, Osama. Okay. يعني but to بدل but also is they. Well, if you're telling me D, not only to a child's well-being, but it should be also to. So D is not parallel. That's the problem if I give it D. What you're focusing on is a parallel structure أهم من الword pair نفسها. Few rules supersede other rules. Few rules أهم من rules تانية in the English language. Right? So parallel structure will take precedence over word pairs. مش word pair over parallel structure. So answer D wouldn't be parallel. عشان also لازم يجي بقى عند but also.
هو مستر
نعم.
سؤال بس، هو ليه يعني ما اخترتش دي؟ ما هو في نوت only two but also، فهي يعني ايه
لا مش هي
الاختلاف؟
انا بقول لك مش parallel.
طب وهي لو but also two تنفع يعني؟
لا مش هقول لك بقى but also to ينفع وانا ما بلعبش الجيم ده. right انا بمشي بالاجابات اللي احنا عاملينها قدامنا. so مش هطلع بره الاجابات دول. right so be very careful بالموضوع ده. But the reason answer D or I marked answer D as incorrect, it's not parallel to the original structure. بس. right بس مش اكتر. Answer B is more parallel. عشان ناقصه بكلمه also بس برضه خدوا بالكم. One of the tests كان فيه not only as well as ما قاليش but also. So be flexible. Focus لو عندكم situation زي ده وبيديك الword pair والword pair انتوا مش متعودين عليها، ركزوا على parallelism الاول، بعد كده ركزوا على الword pair مش word pair الاول. Okay? That's how I would do it or how I would approach it. Number 27. Okay. So here, it is unnecessary to lurk on the fundamental differences between. Lurk means تبقى في الخباثة, hanging around من بعيد. بس احنا بنتكلم عن thinking, right? أو أفكار. So you're not lurking, right? It is unnecessary to think on the fundamental differences, dwell or hang. Hang that برضه. You think you dwell, and it'll be dwell. When you're dwelling, right? That means انت بتقعد بتفكر على نفس الحاجة كتير قوي. Overthinking or overanalyzing على حاجة معينة. Okay? It is unnecessary to think. هو ما بيقولش كده. هو بيقول ما تفكرش بس على fundamental difference. لا. هو بيقول ما تفكرش كتير على fundamental differences. هو مش بيقول ما تفكرش خالص. عشان لو تقول إجابة B انتوا كنتوا كده بتقولوا لي ما تفكرش خالص. Right? You're changing بقى the meaning. Right? بيقول لك ما يبقى عندكش أي حاجة. Lurk. Well, lurk means to hide or wait. We're not hiding and waiting. صح؟ هو بيتكلم عن فكرة. Dwell زي مارك بيقول لي means to think deeply. Right? Dwell means to think deeply. أو تقعد تفكر على حاجة معينة كتير قوي. So المسج بتاعته هنا في الجملة ما تقعدش تفكر على الموضوع ده كتير. So don't dwell on it. Think بيغير المينينج خالص. Think معناه ما تفكرش خالص. No. Lurk means to hide, to creep in the dark, in the background. شكلها كده الامتحان ده لكم شلوت. I'm sorry guys. 38. Excuse me, number 28. أكيد طبعا كل حد قال لي the beginnings أكيد لازم يجي verb. صح؟ أكيد قعدتوا وشفتوا جبت number 28 وقلتوا this is easy. the beginnings were evolved. صح؟ مين قال كده؟ Right? It's A, as evolved. هتقولوا لي ليه؟ عشان the beginnings serve. الverb بتاعتها هنا. مش كده بقول لكم نيجي نقرا الجملة subject to verb. هتقولي well Mr. Sami في two verbs. ليه مش two verbs؟ ولو two verbs رجع على نفس السبجكت لازم يبقى في كلمة and. Right? لو مثلا قلنا the beginnings of rhythmics were evolved by Dalcroze and serve مثلا. في verb خلاص. So مش هقعد اقول two verbs خلاص no. في verb اهو. The beginnings serve this purpose. ده الجملة. Fight me. I'm okay. I'm right here. I'm standing. Number 29. I don't know why I did number 29. I did you guys so bad for the I'm so sorry. You know, number 29. Look at this sentence. Oh my God. هو مين ساب الامتحان ده للآخر؟ Excuse me. مين سابق السؤال ده للاخر او الباسج ده للاخر؟ You should have. Okay, let me see. Answer A. You should have. The meter of the song was expressed with arms, while at the same time, the rhythms are expressed, was expressed. التنسس بتاع الverb هنا غلط. The meter of the song was expressed with the arms, while at the same time, the rhythms are expressed by the movements of the feet. What? The song was expressed in the arms while at the same time. So I gave it C is incorrect عشان accommodate محطوطة غلط. Yeah, hold on, Mrs. Ramaz. Let me just check it out. The meter of the song was expressed in the arms while same. The برضه الverb هنا محطوطة غلط. So it's not a verb issue. Let me go back to answer A. Let me check the answer A. عشان while محتاجة الverb. While is a conjunction. So while ده محتاجة connection للverb. Right? So you can't have one comma ما بين while وما بين الverb. زي because, زي since, أي conjunction محتاجة connection مع الverb. زي that برضو relative clause. Okay, hold on, let me check. The meter of the song was expressed with the arms, comma, while at the same time the rhythms were actually. Huh. No, I would go with the answer. I'm sorry, guys. Who said answer A in this question? C with D are fragments. Right. I would say answer A. مش answer B. عشان at the same time is an non-essential phrase. Because while خلاص indicate or express two things بيحصلوا مع بعض. طيب يا معاذ لسه قايل كده صح؟ صح. Why? Okay, so if you check out the sentence نفسها, right? الجملة بيبدأ من هنا. I'm sorry. The meter of the song was expressed with the arms, right? حاضر ثانية واحدة يا جماعة. While, right? At the same time شايفين الأزرق ده؟ Non-essential clause. The rhythms or actual notes are expressed by the movement of the feet. الأصفر ده الفكرة بتاع while. And so الفكرة كلها comma while معناها at the same time. Right? عشان comma while معناها at the same time. While من غير comma معناها opposite ideas. Yeah, مش المفروض comma while دي contrast. No, I think comma while is two things بيحصلوا مع بعض. Or did I confuse the two? You sure? Comma while versus no comma while. Let's double check. Let's double check. I'm just double checking right now this grammar rule. Right? I think without the commas, the contrast, برضو. The use of comma before while depends on the meaning and position of the word. When while means during the same time or can be replaced by a comma is not before. Oh, okay. When while means whereas or although a comma is needed before. تخيلوا. Okay, so I would cancel this question, but a question yeah, there's a problem. No, Jamana is correct on this one. Over here, somebody always trying to say something. Yeah, I made a mistake there. No. I made a mistake there. Uh-huh. It's not that. There's a problem اساسا في السؤال ده. مش مفروض يجي comma اساسا قبل while. I'm gonna fix it now. Oops. Okay, so نسيت right. Summarize الشباب comma while indicate a surprise relationship. So احنا قلنا or احنا وصلنا surprise relationship هنا. Although the meter of the song is by arms, the actual notes are made by the feet. So it's a surprising relationship. وصلنا to the point at the same time is essential عشان we don't know بيحصلوا مع بعض ولا لا. Although Mrs. Ramal says no, we do know. Right? We do know. Which I respect. Number 30. By the movement of the feet with the body in motion, it must always be kept in mind, blank, that this training is for the mind and the aesthetic sense. I mean, we're setting a limit. كل ده arms moving والfeet moving وكل حاجة بتتحرك بس بيقول however don't forget, it's for the mind. So it's introducing a limit هنا. هو بيقول لك احنا مش بتtrain them عشان يتحركوا, we're training them for their mind. So we're limiting, instead equals however ممكن يبقى in spite of that, however ممكن يبقى on the other hand, however ممكن يبقى instead ممكن no instead and however I mean no عشان instead بديل, right? Instead is a بديل, right? Instead of doing this, do that. So they're not the same. And I want you guys to stop eliminating transitions لو جايين في نفس الكاتيجوري. انتوا بتعملوا كده كتير وده طبيعي عشان تعودوا على كده, especially if you've been training بالSAT tests. But on EST, they go deeper in meaningful transitions. So I wouldn't eliminate them both, right? They can show contrast ولكن instead معناها in place of something زي ما احنا قلنا, and however معناها nevertheless or nonetheless or even so or that said or in spite of this. So however ليها كذا meanings, مش meaning واحدة. So they're not the same. Although they might show contrast. So about here, the definitions في chat. This is instead. And this is however. Number 31, the author uses the word stress in a sentence. Which of the following words would be a more effective choice to convey the author's emphasis and urgency in this sentence? No, right? Too great stress cannot be laid on the necessity. So when you're stressing something, you're emphasizing. It could, Mrs. Jomana, okay? It could. Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation. I know, it just depends on the situation. يا جماعة, language is mutable. Language is mutable. It's not just one thing. You have to stop taking language and putting it in a box and saying هو ده الفانكشن بتاعتها ومش أكتر من كده. It just depends on the situation. So you have to be flexible. You have to give and go مع ideas نفسهم. Right? أيوة, nevertheless, is a surprise. However, برضو can show surprise حسب situation. Exasperation is a hit. So you're not exasperating an idea. You're stressing an idea. عشان السؤال بيسألنا emphasis and urgency. Emphasis and urgency. Not now, Mrs. Jomana. I want to finish reviewing. We're not reviewing however versus nevertheless. Best, you can check under videos the transitions. You'll find all of the transitions with differences ما بينهم. Right? So emphasis or urgency, you're stressing an idea, you're emphasizing an idea. Exasperation is the hit من الفكرة. So you're not exasperating the idea, Yusuf. Right? You're not exasperating the idea. Question number 32. What should be done with the underlined sentence? Did I mess with question number 33? Oops. I don't know what happened there in question number 33. Okay. So question number 32, what should be done with the underlined sentence? I wrote, I think, keep it, right? I think it's too great stress cannot be laid on the necessity of always using good music. Furthermore, I wish to avoid the pitfalls that are spread at every hand in the form of schools for self-expression, which children and adults are taught so-called aesthetic movements to music. Aesthetic dancing is one thing, a musical education is another. The cry for self-expression, right? It's on topic, right? We're talking about self-expression and how to express yourself in music. So I like that answer best, right? With question 32. We're going to give this information. It does give a contrasting piece of information. And طولت شوية في الموضوع ده. And number 33, ليه ما حدش قال لي there's a mistake in answer A. It has my notes and everything. Number 33, we're going to say answer A. One second. Music is a common bond that unites all human beings and cultures. Yusuf, انت فاهم يعني ايه 1 second يوسف لما اجي اقول لك 1 second؟ مش لازم نكتبها 50,000 مرة. All right, number 32. What? I changed it خلاص. Number 33 كان فيها الإجابة أساسا والنوتس وكل حاجة. So here, question number 32. What should be done with the underlined sentence? I mean, use good music وبيدي warning for number 32, right? On self-expression. وفي الجملة اللي بعديها بيكمل on the conversation of self-expression. The cry for self-expression is characteristic of our attitude towards education. The child or adult is asked to listen to a piece of music, on what it feels, undisciplined by experience. كل ده بيتكلم عن criticism of self-expression. هو بيقول well self-expression مش عيب بس ما نلخبطش self-expression مع musical education. ما نلخبطش self-expression with dancing with the musical education. So it contrasts to the following information, actually sets up the following information. I should change this photo. It sets up. There's no mistake there too. Like I told you, I want to say it's a contrast, right? It sets up. But you could have gotten that correct. I don't see a problem with that, as long as you kept the answer C. مش هنعمل delete. It's not repeating information or distracting from discussion, nor is it summarizing. Appropriate contrast to the following information, it sets up the following information. It's not a contrast. So sorry about that one there. And finally, last one, 33, which one concludes the paragraph and the passage? Music is a delicate, transitory, elusive, and impenetrable thing that is more than motion. The passage can بيتكلم عن musical education وdancing. وزي dancing ده ممكن يحكم الرhythm. وزي الرhythm ده ممكن يحكم الnotes. ولكن it's not just motion, it's experience. Right? And that was the main idea for بداية الpassage. Music is just not notes, it's not just this, it's also an experience, right? The other answers are vague, right? Human beings and cultures, interrelated modes of expression that enhance each other. I mean, these are vague. These are vague. أنا بسجل السession, so maybe you can watch it again. آخر 5 or 6 minutes, guys. آخر 5 or 6 minutes. So, the main idea for the passage, one more time, music is not notes, it's experience. It's more than dancing. It's more than just, learning about it. It's the experience of the music and understanding what music is. This was a passage that can solve. Get that. Any questions here? Lots of